What is globalization? The worldwide interaction and integration among the peoples, companies, and the governments, that is called globalization. There are some kinds of globalization. First of all, the first kind of globalization is economic globalization. It refers to the ways corporations do business as a multinational corporation. For example, McDonald's. Similarly, Amazon. We all know about the McDonald's and Amazon. These two are the examples of economic globalization. Second kind of globalization is political globalization. Political globalization is refers to the diplomatic negotiations among the nation states. Diplomatic negotiations among the different countries of the world, that is called political globalization. For example, WTO, World Trade Organization, is an example of political globalization. United Nations is also example of political globalization. Similarly, NATO is also example of political globalization. Then third kind of globalization is social globalization. It refers to the integration of our societies. It refers to the sharing of ideas and information between and through different countries. For example, worldwide famous movies and worldwide famous books and TV series like as Netflix is also an example of social globalization. We can watch different series and different international famous movies on Netflix are the example of social globalization. I think social media is a perfect example of social globalization. And next, fourth kind of globalization is technical globalization. It refers to the spread of the technology around the world from the developed countries to developing countries, that is called technical globalization or technological globalization. For example, internet, cell phone, email, or all the technological advancement in the world are the examples of technical globalization. Next kind of globalization is financial globalization. It refers to the ease at which among money can be spread around the world. It refers to the ease at which money can be spread around the world. This is called financial globalization. For example, cross-border capital flows around the world is an example of financial globalization. Similarly, FDI means foreign direct investment. It is also an example of financial globalization. Next kind of globalization is cultural globalization. It is defined as it refers to the spread and mixing of culture around the world. It is called cultural globalization. For example, spread of fashion. Nowadays, fashion is not concerned with one country, it is spread around the world. Similarly, taste of food, for example, as we know that McDonald's is an example of cultural globalization. So, similarly, McDonald's is economic as well as cultural globalization. Like as fast food and restaurant items also included in the form of cultural globalization. Next kind of globalization is the causes of globalization. Now we discuss the causes of globalization. Some causes of globalization, first of all, the improvement in communication. By the improvement of communicational technologies, the globalization has occurred in the world. Due to the communication, it refers to the development of communication technologies such as internet, email, mobile, satellite, TV channels, etc. are all the advancement of and improvement in communication. So, this is the cause of globalization. Second cause is improvement in transportation. The development of transport, bulk shipping and air transport has allowed mass and easy movement of goods throughout the world. Through the air transport and bulk shipping, we can easily move the goods from one country to another countries. So, this is an example of improvement of transportation. So improvement of transportation has occurred, and globalization has also occurred in the world by the improvement of technological advancement in the worldwide. Next cause of globalization is free trade agreement. Free trade agreement is called multinational companies and rich capitalist countries have promoted free trade. International organizations such as WTO, World Trade Organization, and IMF, means International Monetary Fund, also promote free trade agreement. So this is the free trade agreement. By these agreements, globalization has occurred in the world. Next cause of globalization is global banking and markets. Modern communication technologies allow the flow of capital through the world. So we can say that the global banking and global markets also influenced by the globalization throughout the world. Next cause of globalization is the growth of multinational companies and the growth of multinational corporations. The rapid growth of multinational companies such as McDonald's, Nike, etc. are all the consequences of globalization. So these are all the causes of globalization. Now we discuss some positive effects of globalization throughout the world. The first of all is the global market. Global market, we know that it is due to the globalization. Similarly, foreign trade is also due to the globalization. Similarly, transfer of resources are also due to the globalization. Next, foreign investment is also due to the globalization. And finally, final point of our this topic is the competition. Competition, what is competition? Competition among the competitors around the world. This is also included in globalization, and we can say that this is also due to the globalization. Thank you so much.